boys. It's just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for the... Roll! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Rivaldo plays it short. He's had a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Threads one in. And he's been shifted off it.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that could set him on his way. And he's certainly onside here. He's having a shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Cruyff. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Diego Carlos, that's travelling a long way. And this is Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second. And the finish! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Vitinha. And that has left him in a heap. Now that looks a decent ball. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Pass somewhat off target.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Great defending, strong and determined. Serginho. Now Saliba. He's picked his way through. Saliba makes the interception. Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! AC Milan are all square. And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Now, oh, what a climb! Goal! Galatasaray! And again they hit the front. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Galatasaray get themselves into the lead. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Can he get it through? Well, that has not gone well. Well, that is one way to stop him. That's a pretty loose pass. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Cruyff. Oh, that was vital. Yilmaz. Yamal. And this is Owen. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now, this could be a chance. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Rice. There's the shot! It's loose now, and they want to get it back.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pedri. Rivaldo. And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Danger averted for now. Rice. And this is Cruyff. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Picked out brilliantly. And this is Cruyff. And he's there to belt it away. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Raul. It's Raul! Good hit. Kept the keeper honest. Vinicius Junior does have his name on the score sheet, of course. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Out to the left it goes. And it's Serginho. He's found a way through. Real chance! He's got a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And it's half-time here. Here we go again then.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Galatasaray looking to pass their way through. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Rice. Rivaldo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Vitinha. And it's Serginho. Plays a sharp little ball here. Beckenbauer does really well to win the ball there. And here's Cruyff. Takes a shot! Goal! And the second half is off to a flyer. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Milan get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
He's in plenty of space here. And he's heaved it away and claimed it back swiftly. Çalhanoğlu. Galatasaray appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now it's Cruyff. Mbappe gets into some space. Rivaldo.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Saliba. Serginho. Vitinha. He has found the way through. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Raul. Now it's Cruyff. Great ball, and he's in here. Shoots! Played towards the front line. Oh, nicely intercepted. Back into the middle. And it's Pedri. Pedri! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Milan have their second corner now. They've played it short. Chance! He's missed, but not by that far.
Pedri is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Chance, surely! They've scored! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Terrible error, duly punished.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's got away. Now what? And a chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's been taken short. Elects to cross. Cleared without complication. Half an hour gone in the second half. He's on it. Can he get away?
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Cruyff being hunted in packs.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've...
Shot a goal! Goal! Milan! And he is just ripping it up! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
That's been cut out, well played. And this is Cruyff. And it's made its way to him. Goes looking wide. Cross to the back. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. That is simply top draw. Beautifully served up and deliciously finished.
Oh, look, there's always a bit more satisfaction in executing a first-time volley, and he'll be buzzing inside after that.
And yes, it's him again. So the lead now is 2.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Serginho. Aimed beyond the defence. Vinicius Junior. He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. There will be a throw-in. So here comes a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Knocks it into space. Gerrard. And he goes cross-field.
Well spotted.
This might spell danger. Can he finish? Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And the lead is extended still further. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Milan blast themselves into a 3-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And it's Maradona. And that has been clubbed away. Oh, good-looking ball. Stood up well to him there. Maradona. And the shot! It's in! Players ecstatic. Fans delirious. This is utopian. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, sweet feet. That has been slung wide. It's out for a goal kick. And that's it. Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Your reflections then, Jim?
Milan definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. He's through here. And it's made its way to him. Now it's Barella. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more.
Decent chance! Goal! Barcelona! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Odegaard demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Out to the left it goes. Back into the middle.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And smartly reclaimed. Vardiol. Gets a good foot in there. Yamal. And they've switched it over to the other side. Cruyff. And Cruyff! It's in! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to...
And a chance! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
And it's Totti. And here's Cruyff. That's been cut out. Well played. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, there's a probing ball. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Rijkaard did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Yeah, and the whole stadium knew that was coming, apart from him, it seems.
Jimenez. Barcelona are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Gravenberg. Now that looks a decent ball. Real chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Alexander-Arnold deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Milan are looking to go forward now. And they've got a throw. Van Dijk. Played out towards the right wing. Nicely weighted ball. Pedri! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Cruyff. Good purposeful running this. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Jimenez. And it's Van Dijk. And Guardiol. Van Dijk. And Guardiol. Jimenez. And it's João Palhinha. Tries to thread one through. Barella. He is through here. And it climbs up big. Yamal. Driving forward. Well, that has not gone well. And it's Azar. And here's Cruyff. Here's Totti. Azar picks it up out wide. He is just caressing the ball. Fires it in low. Barella. Alexander-Arnold. To Barella. And it's Jimenez. Opts for safety. Ødegaard. Rice does well to get it back. Look at the space here. Pedri takes a shot. And the keeper couldn't hold it. And it's a goal! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Alexander-Arnold. João Palhinha. Barcelona finding their passes. Good ball, good take. Referee has just said play on. Baresi. We are into overtime. Ødegaard. And there's the end of the first half. Milan come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Milan are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And we are back underway. Stood up well to him there. And here's Kane. Now it's Ramos. And that has left him in a heap. Gravenberg. Kane. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kane unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Cruyff. Van Dijk wins the duel this time. Barella. And it's Kane. He's on it. Can he get away? Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, that's fabulous. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And this is Cruyff. Totti. Big chance! They've done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So the lead now is 2.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
It's a promising position. Totti. And it's Rijkaard. Rice. Azar under intense pressure.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Now it's Azar. He's found a way through. Now there's a... goes for a shot! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Milan grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Shoots! And for sure, that was not one of his best. Azar. Now it's Totti. Now it's Cruyff. That's a good ball out wide. Pedri. And this is Cruyff. And the shot! Barcelona choosing to make the first change.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Corner. And it's been taken short. Judge, surely! It's there! Just cruising! They are cruising! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Messi to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for the... Can he finish? It's in! That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
They're still trying to... He's having a shot! And it's Messi. And this is... And a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Looking for the run. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Gravenberg. There they go, hunting in packs. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now, this could be a chance. Plenty to aim at here. Just eases him off the ball. Mbappe. Rijkaard with a definite foul there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Oh, Peter, what a lucky boy. A telling off as opposed to a sending off.
Time for a change in personnel.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Jimenez. It's Van Dijk. Now it's Mbappe. Pinches it off him. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He might be in here! Chance! Goal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Milan are having a ball here. Now it's Mbappe. Maradona. Pedri is onto this. He's got away. And the finish! Wow, that's a fine save.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Messi goes short. Backward it goes. He's tried one! Now that was quite some save.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And this is Kante. Gravenberg did well to stay calm there. And that's gone loose. And it's Van Dijk. Guardiol. Now it's Mbappe. And that will be the final act. Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be... Shapes to shoot! He's delivered all right! And the game springs instantly to life.
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know.
It's roll! And yes, it's there! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Rice makes the interception. Over to the left. Played back in. And this is Rivaldo. Big header! It's in! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Milan take the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Nicely weighted ball. Mbappe. No, he refuses to take the bait. Now it's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Milan have scored 2 quick goals here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Rice out to the right. Mbappe. Midway through the first period and it's looking quite a game here. And reclaimed it in Cruyff! Goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So the lead now is 2.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Well timed, excellent interception. He's in plenty of space here.
Pretty robust defending.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And this is Cruyff. Now it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Neymar. Oh, he's been caught on it here. It's a goal kick. Tries to play it through. Another chance from a corner. And it's been taken short. Lovely bit of skill. Now there's chance! He scores! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Danger averted for now. Now it's Rivaldo. He's in a great position here. He's had a shot! It's in! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Milan take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Pass is just off target. Rice. Baresi. And it's Cruyff. That is good alertness. That's a good ball out wide. Mbappe receives it in a wide position. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Mbappe. Raul. Rivaldo. Hazard. It's Hazard! Oh, split-second reaction.
Hazard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's Hakimi. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And that's going to be a booking.
While sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Hakimi. Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous. Hazard. Looking for the run. Well read, nice interception. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Raul. And he's got the big shot, surely! And it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Milan grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Rijkaard. Hazard. Rice. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rivaldo. And here's Raul. Davids does really well to win the ball there. Neymar.
If they want to count...
There's the whistle for half-time.
Milan are looking as solid as I've seen for some time. All departments are working strongly, and this can do their confidence a whole power of good.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. That gets things going for the second half. Changes made by neither side from what we understand. Good take, and is he in? Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Mbappe.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's shifting through the gears here. Aimed beyond the defence. It's a goal kick. Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's picked his way through. Out of play for a goal kick. Hazard. Beckenbauer. And it's Hakimi. Ambitious ball here. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. And he shoots! Mbappe. Now it's Neymar.
Neymar really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, they've set out to man-mark him now, but this is an embarrassing example of...
And a chance! And he's following up! It's a goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Milan are having a ball here. Just about up to the hour now. That's been cut out, well played. Mbappe. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto this. Rivaldo shoots! He has done it! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Cruyff, who got amongst the goals, is being taken off now.
Yeah, he'll get a good ovation for his contribution. I'm not so sure why he's leaving us, though. There's no obvious sign of injury or fatigue.
It's become a case of men against boys.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Now it's Mbappe. Not the most accurate pass. Pedri. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Look at the space here. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Milan really could have done without this. And that's one back. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a come. And a shot! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Out to the left it goes. Could move up a gear here. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Messi. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pressing high and with purpose. Pedri. Pedri going face to face with his great rival. Can he get it through? Beckenbauer. Decent chance! Sticks it away! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Hakimi. Mbappe. It's a throw in. Pedri. That has been slung wide. And he's managed to get free. That's tidy. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Long ball looking to counter. He is through here. And it's Maradona. Messi.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Is there any... On the finish! Oh, denied at the last. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Maradona. Oh, just skips past his man. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Nuno Mendes. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Baresi. 5 minutes to add. Neymar gets into a good position. Messi. Knocks it into space. Pedri picks it up out wide. Baresi goes sliding in. Neymar. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Hazard. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And time is up. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Rooney! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Rooney has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
There's the crossfield ball. Now it's Yamal. And it's Conte. Now there's a fine ball. Van Dijk gets it clear. Now, what about a counter-attack? Totti. And this is Messi. That's good play. He's in a decent chance! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rodri, Messi. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Totti. It's Pedri. Spread out to the left. Aimed beyond the defence. Pedri! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. And he cuts out the supply. Conte. And he's forced to go back. Mbappe. And it's Pedri. And he's had a hit. Oh! Fantastic! A finish right from the top draw. And that for him is goal number 10. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And it's played in, and he's cut it out. Milan have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Totti. And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they're at it again in double quick time. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And now he has 2. A case now of complete control.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And here's Totti. He's got away. There's the shot. They've scored. Pomp, panache, and passion. This, a man full of it all. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him. but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Goes for a shot! And yes, it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And he's managed to get free, delivered in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Saka. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And he shoots! Danger averted for now. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And they've got a throw. Not the most convincing of passes. Really fierce, close defending. Beckenbauer. Baresi. Now, can they get him away? Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Thinks about the shot. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Yamal, who does have an assist to his name. Camavinga. Mbappe. Now it's Rooney. Oh, super! Real chance! He scored! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. And it's Totti. And he couldn't quite make it 6.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
Great defending, strong and determined. Totti. Distributed tidily. Very nicely done. And he's gone backward here. Pedri! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. A thrilling end to the half there. One that very nearly changed the complexion of this game completely.
Well, I think it's pretty much ideal so far, Peter. They won't be happy about conceding, but other than that, it's been really plain sailing.
Milan utterly dominant in the first 45 minutes, scoring at will. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Conte, a picture of focus and alertness. Played out to the right. Tries to pass it through. And this is Messi. He shifts shapes to shoot. Conte. Now Mbappe. Over to the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Totti has it in a wide position. Real chance! And another try! He scores! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Milan are having a ball here. Camavinga, and that's really well manoeuvred. Over to the left. Plays a sharp little ball here. Takes a shot! Yamal. Totti. He shifted it to the flank. Mbappe. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. No, he's had it taken off him. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Baresi. Knocks it into space. Oh, played through for the wide man. Militao. Rodri. So what can they make of this? And this is Rooney. Goes looking wide.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Conte, given the lift of his goal. Rijkaard. Cannavaro. Totti, looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, he helps himself to a treble, Peter, and then they switch on. It's a bit late now.
Dumfries. Looking to play him in. It's a promising position. He's in space and looking for options. Saka! Oh, impressive strike.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Milan choosing to make the first change. Makaleli gets the call to seemingly universal approval.
It's a wow moment. Now that's the sort of change you don't see every day.
Maradona, spread it left. Hazard, and that's played in low. Lofted upfield. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. It's Maradona! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And he steered it beyond the post.
Milan certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Rijkaard is there and he can pick it up. Maradona going face-to-face with his great rival. That's a good ball out wide. Back into the middle. Messi. Militao. getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Messi. Saka receives it in a wide position. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
Van Dijk. Oh, what has happened here? Can he finish? He has done it! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Van Dijk. Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Guardiol. It's Camavinga.
That's going in strongly.
And this is De Bruyne. Now it's Rooney. Saka. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Raul concedes a free kick for that. Great strike, but the keeper's equal to it. Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode. Great vision. And this is Raul. And it's Makalele. And here's Messi. And he's in on goal. And that is expertly dealt with. Raul. Nicely aimed pass. Looking for options for movement. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Rijkaard. That's tidy. Raul. He's had a shot! It's there! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off, you know.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly. and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.